It's Alicia Kramer, and this week our Mentor Minutes is all about confidence. This is a theme that just keeps coming up, and I would be willing to bet that you have personally experienced areas in your life where you would like to feel more confident. When I had my general hypnotherapy practice, confidence was frequently an issue that people would bring up. Sometimes they would come in to work with me specifically because they had a general lack of self-confidence. In other scenarios, it would be more specific. For instance, I lack confidence as a speaker. I start shaking and sweating every time I have to stand up and give a presentation. Every time I even think about having to call a prospect back, I freeze up. I just lack confidence. And one of the things that I want to share with you today is that while you cannot completely master something without actually doing it, you can, in fact, use your mind to develop an initial sense of confidence, which is what is ultimately needed to get yourself to start taking those initial actions. Here's what I'm referring to. Whatever area in your life you want to feel more confident about, what you'll oftentimes notice is that either you're not taking any initial actions at all based on this fear, this idea that I just don't have what it takes. I'm not confident enough to even put myself in that position to do that thing. Or you're doing some of that thing, but your mindset is adversely affecting your ability to do it at the level that you want to do it at. So whatever that area is for you, here's what I want you to consider. If you release the fear, the trepidation, the intense negative emotion, and we start to establish within your own mind an image, a new image, an improved image of yourself doing that thing, feeling very natural, feeling very confident. Essentially, what we're doing is we are reprogramming your old association, those old limiting beliefs that you had. We're releasing the negative emotional charge on that. And now we can begin to imprint and impress upon the subconscious mind the new association that you ultimately would prefer. So I'm going to take you through a really brief exercise where we're actually going to do some of this work for you. And this, of course, is just the very, very beginning, but it can help get the positive momentum started. So if you think about the thing, whatever that thing is, where you lack confidence, notice that there is a feeling that comes up, some type of negative feeling in your body and a corresponding negative emotion. Maybe it's fear or it's doubt, something, whatever it is, that doesn't feel good. Now, that's your old association. We want to begin to release the negative emotional charge that is so entangled with the idea of you doing that particular thing. So as you feel that feeling, we're going to do a very simple exercise. If you want a more advanced version of this, that is what the Inner Game Academy is for, is to walk you through step by step through the releasing and reprogramming on any limiting belief or negative old association you have. But for now, we're just going to do a quick version. So just drop your head down, take a couple of nice, deep, cleansing breaths, and just allow those feelings to naturally rise up. And as you breathe, you're breathing in more calm, and you're breathing out, you're releasing any of that tension, releasing the feelings. In some cases, it'll feel as though you're breathing it out. In other cases, it may feel as though the energy just sort of rises up. And just like how smoke rises up into the air and dissipates, energy that we're holding in our body does the same thing. So you can visualize, imagine those feelings coming up, almost like that smoke rising up and dissipating into the air, or you simply feel yourself breathing it out when you exhale. And we're going to do that a few times. And when you feel a little more comfortable, I want you to just imagine, visualize, imagine, picture, pretend. I promise you, if you think you're not a visual person, anytime you're worrying, you're visualizing. So you can do this, but in whatever way feels most natural for you, I want you to just imagine that something changed within you. And now you are more confident in that area in your life. Now, if you have any resistance come up, breathe it out, let it come up, let it pass through, breathe it out, release, and let it go until you can begin to get in touch with that image, that sense of this is me, a more confident version of me doing that thing. And it feels very natural, very normal, very easy. Again, if any of those doubts, any of those old limiting beliefs enter your conscious awareness, just see it for what it is. It is what it is. You feel the way that you feel. And we're just going to breathe out the feelings. Breathe it out. Release the feelings. We're not going to fight against it. We're not going to try to positive talk ourselves out of it. We're just going to let it come up. We're going to breathe it out. It's what it is. You feel the way that you feel. It's just old energy. Release and let it go. And when you feel that subtle shift, or maybe it's a more significant shift, that feeling of relief, now I want you to just imagine, visualize, imagine, picture, pretend, or even simply just intend that you are that more confident version of yourself. What would that look like? What would that feel like? And notice how good it feels. And that when you're confident in your life, it's a very natural feeling. It feels very normal, very natural, very easy. And as you're now picturing yourself feeling that way, thinking the types of thoughts that you, as that more confident person in that area of your life, thinks. Notice how you feel in your body. Notice how you feel in your mind. And as you practice this particular exercise, you are essentially reprogramming your own subconscious mind. So when you go to take that action, you feel naturally a little more confident, a little more comfortable. And now you're able to start taking those actions and feeling improvement in your level of confidence. Your confidence level will build as you are taking more and more and more actions in that area. This exercise is so powerful because you have the ability to retrain your mind to have the type of association that you want to have. And that enables you to take those actions that you are needing to take without the trepidation, with a greater sense of inner peace, a greater sense of security. So now, if you haven't already opened your eyes, of course, you can feel free to do so. Watch this particular Mentor Minutes episode as many times as is beneficial for you. Remember, if you want to go deeper into this type of work, that's what the Inner Game Academy is for. And we will see you in another video.